Leaving banking was probably the best thing I ever did to go pursue the ETA path.
Search Party is sponsored by Boulay, Kilpatrick Townsend and Stockton, and Oberly Risk Strategies. The lead sponsor is NCL Partners.
I worked with lots of businesses and I worked with lots of business owners, and we helped them sell their businesses or restructure it if we were doing on the financial restructuring side. And I got to this place where I was like, I really just didn't want my life to go that way. And so I took a beat and I stopped. I talked to people in like private equity. I talked to people in hedge funds. And as I learned more and more about search from a friend of mine that had done it, and I talked to more and more searchers, I got really excited about the opportunity to operate versus coach. I started seeing this passion of learning more about these businesses, what makes them tick, and the impacts that they make. That those were the things that I was like, I've got to go out and I've got to go do this. I'm in the perfect stage of my life. I'm in the perfect stage of my career. It didn't come from an entrepreneurial family, but it was the itch that needed to be scratched as I learned more and more. The thing about the business was that I liked was that I obviously understood all the financials. My investment banking days kind of prepped me for that piece. We did point of sale software for salons. So if you go into a Supercuts and they check you in and check you out, that was what we did. And it was very easy to explain to someone. And so if you think about the core business, it's like, okay, so when that happens, then what? You've got customer data, you've got inventory, and then it starts getting a little bit more complicated. But for what I wanted to do, it was an easier business to understand. You could walk down the street and you could touch it, you could see it, you could feel it. From a financial standpoint, I understood that part. And then from a people standpoint, it was about motivating and leadership. And I think that I played quarterback, I played baseball, I've always kind of led a team. I think there's a lot of things about the dynamics of what the business had and what it needed that I think I brought to the table. There's the quantitative buying right component and all the things that need to matter on a scorecard. And then there's the operating side of qualitative attributes that you have to possess to guide a team. There's all the scorecard metrics, like the right industry, the right growth metrics, the right positioning, the right dynamics, the right customer base, the right financial structure. All those things matter. So there's that quantitative side. And I think then there's the qualitative side of as the operator has to do all these things. I think it's about being dynamic and being able to understand your opportunity costs. You got to move quickly, but methodically. You want to be open and transparent with your team because then you can get the most out of it. You start building a good culture because we had two parts of the journey. We had the growth part and then we had the challenging part with the pandemic where we lost a bunch of customers just due to shutdowns and all that, that then it became a resiliency and we fell back on the culture that we built and the core values that we had. We had about 100 some odd people. Really being clear and focused lead to a successful exit because if you can see it, your team can see it, your customers can see it, and then eventual buyers will see it. When somebody comes to me and says like, I'm thinking about ETA, and I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. Like, just tell me, why are you thinking about it? What is it about it that excites you? Is it about the money? Is it about the impact? Is it about the leadership? I think you're going to spend the next 10 years plus and change the entire trajectory of your life. Like, you just want to be thoughtful about it. It's hard. There's good days, there's bad days. So if you really understand like your why and why you're a good fit, why this makes sense for you, I jump right in. No degradation to the investment banking profession, but me leaving banking was probably the best thing I ever did to go pursue the ETA path.
Search Party is sponsored by Boulay, Kilpatrick Townsend and Stockton, and Oberly Risk Strategies. The lead sponsor is NCL Partners.